Breach! What the fuck was that?
When reading police reports about officers who have been subjected to sudden attack, violence, loss of partners, and so on, their witness accounts have several similarities. Sense of distorted time, inaction or quick and unconsidered action, shock, or coldness, a reaction that's delayed for a long time. But as it actually happens, there is no time or consciousness to reflect on what you know about the proper action, about the things that should be done in a situation like that. No preparation, no drills or exercises can prepare you for the ice cold drop into uncertainty and mortal threat that follows the physical shock of air being moved, shoved into your bodies, the cracking of the windows in the brownstone building of the train depot, little shards going down as windows burst out from the left side, shock in the stomach as you ward standing outside, see the fireball booming out of the concrete bunker where you found the workshop. It's like the silence goes on for hours, but it's only been a split second. What do you do?
Being the closest to the blast, for a moment I'm not entirely sure what's happened. I stumble back into the doorway, I fall to the ground, I cover my ears. The ringing is intense, of course, from such a blast. For a few seconds I do nothing other than try and cover myself and compose myself. That is all.
Even getting control of your limbs feels hard. I look inside at Paul. What does he do?
I immediately pull my weapon again from my side holster. I flinch at the sound, but still the weapon comes out and I aim it towards the people that are in front of me and I say, "Get down on the floor now!"
The welder with the welding mask up, his face is staring blank shock as he turns around to run. The other two slowly start getting down on their knees.
I fire off a warning shot and I shout, "Get down on the floor now!" And remember, this is the Desert Eagle going off.
The bang is loud, fading into the aftershock of the explosion. He skids to a halt, holding up his arms, the welding mask raised in one of them, and slowly gets to his knees. You have the situation under control. Your breath still steady. But then you realize you don't see Alice. Not in your view. Where is she and what is she doing?
I am behind a train car, and I'm not really sure how I got there. And when the blast hits, the first feeling is that, like, the fear is so much stronger than I thought it would be. I have been in very bad situations before, but this is something that kind of threatens to take over my whole body, my whole being. Just the feeling of that I have to get out of here.
Yeah, something old screaming in your blood. Fire, danger, foe, flee.
And so I kind of want to maybe roll a dice for that first.
You are definitely in the risk of incurring the fear, the red fear. So, because there's fire, explosions, and other very threatening things involved here. You are not inside the building that is burning, but there is certainly the feeling of it being there. And the shards of glass flying out just underlies the insecurity of this, and the smell of fire and burning. You could have been in that building. It is a difficulty 2 forensic check. Yeah, you can choose to go into the fear and let it flow through you. Try to control it, make it something that is a part of you, and give it strength. But that can be risky.
No, I want to, like I always do. I trust my training, of course.
Yeah. You roll your willpower.
I got 1 10 and 2 successes, and I want to. So I need 4. So can I push?
You can. You will push your willpower into resisting the fear.
Yes, I will.
Roll it.
Yeah, 4 successes. So should I mark my willpower?
Yes, you mark off 1 more willpower. You barely hold on. The thing inside you that screams, burrow, flee, put something between you. Burrow yourself, bury yourself in human blood. It seems distant. You are here. Your friends are in danger. You are you, not the voice inside you.
Okay, I try to breathe, and I feel like I'm frozen, and like everything goes too fast. Flashbacks of things that has happened the latest hours, the latest days. I'm not really sure who I am anymore. This is shit. I hear Paul shouting, and it kind of wakes me up a bit. And I draw my gun and do what I'm supposed to do, and that is being by his side, helping him in our work. And that is kind of something to hold on to. Like, I think that is what's keeping me sane in the situation, and kind of helps me to push the fear and the flashbacks away. And so I go out from where I am with my gun, and so when I see Paul, I see to that I can find his gaze and just nod that he knows, like we have been doing this thousands of times, that I have his back and that he has the situation, so he can still be in charge of it, and I will back him up.
You have the 2 trained workers to your right under control. The guy in the welding mask seems also under control. None of them are reaching for weapons. You have this covered.
Right. I have my gun out and I move it slowly between them, and I say, "We're from London Metropolitan Police. We're here to protect you." And I reach up to my earpiece and I try to call for the other team. Flophouse strike team, anyone there? Respond. Flophouse strike team, anyone? Kituara, are you there? Kituara?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still in the van. I'm still in the van. I'm on the floor. What happened? Do you have the situation under control?
Big explosion has gone off. The strike team might be down at this point. The bomb must have gone off prematurely. We need the area covered and contained. Call in the police. Call in the rest of the police. We need some teams here.
All right. I'll call in Isaac and the Hercules team right now. They will leave from City London on motorcycles to beat traffic. They will be here in 10 minutes tops, maybe 15.
Can we get a helicopter just to scoop out the area, make sure nothing goes away, nothing comes out of here today?
I'm requesting eyes in the sky from a local Croydon police. Let's see if there's an asset like that in the area. Otherwise, say 4, 5. If they have something in the air, it's going to be here within it, before it. But get in. I'm going out. I'm after the call. I'm going out with a med kit instantly. See you at the front.
We need to get in there, but we cannot leave the possible suspect like this.
The old gentleman from the train depot is on his knees as well, staring straight at you with a small, annoying smile on his lips.
Yeah, we can't leave these, even if we want to go in. We're too understaffed.
I want to go and check the guy who tried to run.
He is shaking. He's keeping his fists balled. He's tense. You approach him.
Yes.
He's half turned towards you and is shaking.
Has he taken off his mask?
Yeah, it's in one of his hands.
Is it the guy?
No. This is a Jamaican dude, maybe in his 20s. Not even remotely close.
Hey, Paul, I say, and just step towards him. Get Francis in here and we can hold this. If you go, we'll go down and check the other building.
I kind of at this point have begun to stand back up, and I look over and I simply say, "No, you two hold down here. I need to be there. I'm a bloody doctor, damn it. I need to see people are hurt."
Sure.
There could still be hostiles in the building. Are you sure? I'm gonna give this call to you.
Yes, I'll be fine. I somehow don't doubt there'll be any hostiles remaining in that building.
If you see anyone coming out, anyone at all, stay in safety and reach us on the radio, alright?
I will. I'm going to meet up with Kitawara and administer to the wounded as best I can. This is... And I don't really complete the sentence. I start moving out. I'm really confused. I don't understand how incompetent our team could have been for this to even have happened. How has this happened? Ugh! And I just start trying to go outside and move towards the exploded building.
You don't have to move many steps to realize that the situation is dire. The screams hit you as soon as you exit. You think it's Nigel screaming. There's a couple of figures outside. Someone is bursting out of the smoke-filled, slowly burning building. There are no open flames anymore, but 2-3 people from the team outside. One is lying. No, 2 down. One is puking on the ground. One is choking, coming out of the air, bleeding from the face. You can't see whom is whom. They're too burnt. The smoke is everywhere.
I, at this point in time, can't choose who's who. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, took an oath. I'm going to run to them and say, Get down! It's alright, just get down, I'll do my best." And I immediately start taking out my, medical kit. Very basic, but at least I have something, and I'm going to try and administer some basic first aid.
Yeah, you start by assessing the situation, seeing who is wounded, how much. Okay, Nigel. Nigel is bleeding from a shrapnel wound in the neck. Raw open wound, pumping blood. He will be dead within minutes. Andrea Ussel, very bad. She's the one puking. She's got something poking out of her back. Umala seems unharmed, keeping the other ones up. You see Kitawara starting to run towards you. She has a medical kit in her hand from the car. And she's looking unsure of what to do, putting the kit down. So where's the rest?
You have to focus on what we have right now, Kitawara. Come on.
Okay. What do you need me for?
I get down to a knee. I go to Nigel. He's the one in direst need. I need to deal with him now. Just help me stop his bleeding. I just need to stop his bleeding and stabilize him. And I immediately rip open as much clothing as I can to try and get at his wound. And as you said, I need to stop that bleeding now, or he's going to bleed out in minutes.
The wound is jagged open, and there's not just one of them. The clothes conceal more. How do you approach stitching up 2-3 severely bleeding wounds?
I take a deep breath. I take out the basic stitching I would have in a standard medical bag. I just try to assess the deepest cuts and go for them first. I'm going to have to stitch up every single one. I have no time to think. I just start working. At this stage, I have to rely on my skill and training to get this done quickly.
Yeah, your medicine plus your wits working in a rush. And the availability of the medkit, which is the one that Kitiwara brought, is fully kitted, so that gives you 1 additional die. But the injuries are severe. Doing this in a hospital would be hard. Doing it as fieldwork is almost impossible. You will need to get 6 successes or more.
So I get 3. I spend 1 willpower to reroll 3 dice. Unfortunately, I only get 4 successes.
The first wound is under control. Blood pumping against your palms as you push down, shove the needle in, try to close it up as fast as possible. But there's only so much you can do with 2 hands. And by the time you get to the second wound, breathing is shallow, eyes flutter, and there's no more blood spurting out. He's dead. Nigel Harris, Informational Analytics Joint Threat Response Force. Deceased.
I take a second. Just a second. I can't give him any more. I respectfully say, time of death, his name. And then I move immediately to the other woman who Kitwara is helping.
Kitwara has managed to stop the bleeding but not remove the piece of shrapnel that is dangerously close to her spine. She coughs, she looks eyes like the rolling eyes of a wild horse. She sees you, she's trying to say something. Dave!
I immediately
Shirley!
I tell her to be quiet, and I try and turn her onto her back so I can try and remove this. Again, I'm not in a bloody hospital. This is insane, but I don't have time. There's no time. It needs to come out now. And I take the greatest care and use the scalpel from the medical kit to try and at least cut a bit of an incision so at least it can come out a bit easier. But I'm fully aware that if I mess up, I'm going to damage her spine, but it has to come out now.
Yeah, this is not as critical as the others. You first need to assess, see what needs to be done and so on. Medical plus intelligence in this case. And it is a 4 successes that you need.
4 successes I get.
This is a bad time to remove the splinter. You need a hospital for that, because you need to go in, and if it seems like it might have nicked an artery, so if you remove it, the amount of bleeding could be even more severe. She needs to be kept as immobilized as possible, sedated, and then moved carefully to a hospital for surgery.
Yes, that makes sense. I kind of realize I'm going at a mile a minute. I'm still a bit shaken from the ringing in my ears. No, of course, I say to Kitawara, she needs to be stabilized. We can't remove that here. She'll die. It's fine. Just get her stabilized, give her a sedative, get the hospital, get the ambulance here as soon as possible for her. She's a priority. Right, next.
Gotcha. Andrea is still trying to say them. Get it! Dave, they're in their tunnels! Down! They're in there! Quick!
I kind of pause for a moment, and I just relay into my radio, back to, hopefully, Ellis and Richards. Apparently Dave, and something about tunnels. There's tunnels nearby, there's people in them. I don't know what that means, but there might be suspects in the tunnels.
I respond. Copy that. And I look at Ellis and I nod and I just say, cuff that one. And I point towards the older gentleman that led us here. That's the person that I think is a prime suspect at this point.
Sure. I take cuffs and goes to cuff him. Still weirdly calm. Like, it feels good to do my job.
Yeah, the suspect being cuffed is also calm. It's almost like a stare-off contest of placid waves. His smile is so weird. retreating, but he's locked up tight. He should not be able to move now.
Good. As for the rest, I'm not sure what we can do right now, but if we got Dave down there and we need to get him out...
Let's cuff them all. Do you have cuffs for everything?
You have stripes that you can use
Yeah.
for overflow. Otherwise, you have like 1 or 2 each.
Yeah.
Let's stripe them up.
And I start doing it, even without a vocal response. And I make sure that everyone is still as we work through them as quickly as possible so we can start getting in there and get Dave out, if that is the case.
In less than a minute, they're all striped up, and you emerge into the yard to the sound of distant police and fire sirens going off. The rescue teams are inbound. Probably going to be here within minutes. But is there time for minutes? Umalaideko, for missing persons, she's out with the team. She's coming out from the back behind the building, running towards you. Shirley's still in there. Shirley's still in there. Dave, he just went in. Fuck, I think he was setting off the bomb. There's tunnels. He discovered them. He's in there.
Calm down.
She's moving towards you outside as you emerge from the building.
I will go towards us and I will say, calm down and try to breathe and tell us what we need to know, where we need to go.
The explosion was downstairs.
Yes.
The floor is dropped. The stairs are gone. You need to drop down. There's a tunnel behind the big block that has collapsed. Behind that.
Yes.
About 100 meters away.
We will go. I look at Paul. Do you think you can make that?
Of course. Understood, Odeko. That's good. Keep helping people here and get some eyes on the people in that building. And I point over. There are some possible suspects in there.
Good, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna make sure the response team do the right thing and know the right thing. Okay. Yeah. Also, check the back rooms. I got a glance, but there's things in there and they look unharmed. Quick.
Yeah. So start getting in and find this hole that we apparently need to propel ourselves down through.
It's not hard finding it. In the workshop, the floor has been completely blown away. The weight of the tooling, equipment, machinery, combined with the structural integrity hit, has made sure that the floor has just collapsed downwards. It's about a drop of only 2, maybe 3 meters, but there's jagged rebars and dust and dirt and smoke.
So what about these back rooms Odeko mentioned? What are those?
Yeah, if you go around, the floor hasn't entirely collapsed. There are 3 doors in the back. 2 of them semi-open, 1 of them just blown inside.
Alright. Ellis, we'll check the back rooms.
Yeah. I can take the lead. I look at you and try to assess how bad you are feeling.
It's hard to say at this point. You probably realize that I am a bit strained, but also that I'm very focused.
Can I ask Martin?
Mm-hmm.
Did I do the connection of the blood that Francis have is actually something that can make you cure you and make you feel better? Is that a connection that I have made?
You have made exactly the kind of connections you want to have made. You have no clue. So, yeah. No,
what does that mean?
Probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not. Yeah, the relative kick between the blood in the bottle and your feeding. Yes, that is obvious. That stuff in the bottle was something else.
Yeah. Okay. I look at Paul, and I'm going you know what? I'm gonna say something you won't like.
What? And I'm already at the rooms and I'm looking inside the rooms because I don't have time to stop.
Yeah, this is a rush. And you hear from the cellar, somewhere down below, the sharp pop of gunfire.
Shit, we don't have time.
Inside, first room, some sort of packing place. There's a computer on the floor, spilled down. There's tons of bomb dust in here. Tons of packaging. Sex toys, ball crushers, restraint equipment, piles of cartons of sex toys. some of them unpacked in plastic, some crates. The other room, some beds, improvised toilet, filth, stink. That's about what you have time to spot.
Maybe I should wait with this.
Nothing irrelevant, it seems. Not for them.
Nope.
No escape tunnels or anything else.
Nope.
Where are the gunshots coming from?
From the cellar.
Okay, then I stop Paul. Just like very urgent and like holds your shoulder. It's like,
what?
Paul, you are hurt. You can't go down there without something. You are hurt. You are not operating at full capacity.
Are you suggesting we wait for backup?
No, I am suggesting you take the vial that Francis has in his pocket and drink it so you can function and do some help here.
Jesus, Alice, come on. And I try to open the next door.
Muffled screams from the cellar.
Is there any way we can get down there? I try to. Is there anything in the no?
You can climb down. You could climb
Okay,
down.
anything in the last room?
That's where the stairs were.
Okay.
They're now ripped away.
I want to do something.
Yes.
I want to poke Paul where it hurts because he is fucking dangerous right now. So I want to like give him a very light poke so he can feel that he's actually hurting.
Yeah, he does probably not need a reminder for that, but as you push it on his side of his leg, it hurts a fuck ton.
Paul.
What the hell, Alice? Are you gonna kind of fucking shoot me again? Is that it?
Shut up!
Are you gonna fucking bring me down again? And I slap her in the face.
You've slapped me?
Sharp slap. Yep.
I need to...
Give us a willpower and see how you take this.
Yes. And I... Yeah. 2 successes.
It's enough to bite down the humiliation of the pain. He is apparently not fucking receptive right now.
Fine.
Our colleagues are dying.
I know, and I want you functioning. Not in this half state.
I am functioning. Did you not see me before? And I try to get away from her and get down into the fucking hole now.
Are you going to try to stop him?
No, I will go before him because he's a fucking idiot.
Getting down is painful, but not hard. You're down there somewhere, the slab, that must be it. That's where the sounds are coming from. 3 more shots.
I draw my gun as soon as I am down. Does he even come down there? 3 meters?
Yeah, it's like
Jesus
2.5
Christ.
meters maybe. There's collapsed concrete. There's concrete slabs in weird angles. So there are things to climb on.
Superhuman.
But the question is how quickly it goes. You can, Paul, since you're slightly injured, you can roll for or heavily injured. I'm giving you strength plus athletics.
Strength athletics. That is 4 successes.
You're down there faster than Alice. And you're down. You got this under control. The pain is receding in the background. That hit she did that actually kind of helped you. You're full of adrenaline now.
He just barges through. Oh my fucking
Yeah,
God.
you jumped on before, but he is fast. The inroads to the tunnels are blocked by one slab of concrete on the floor that has just collapsed down and is blocking the entrance. Possibly you could squeeze through, but it looks hard. You're next to each other by the slab. The tunnel is in there. Muffled sounds behind it.
Yeah, we go towards the like one person, I guess. We have done this a lot of times.
Yeah, you're gonna need to either squeeze through the crack in between the concrete rubble or lift the rubble away.
Let's push.
Yep, I
And
see what you're
strong.
doing and I follow immediately.
Yeah, you both grab and start tearing at the exposed rebars of metal, trying to drag the concrete block away. So this is a strength plus athletics again, and +1 for Alice's help.
Very good. Holy crap. 6 successes.
The concrete slab, you find the balance point and just push, and it's gone in seconds. The bang is loud, and it seems the falling building rips some cabling or some pipes and shit inside. And there's a groaning metal sound that projects through the tunnel. There's a scream that is cut short. The tunnel is silent. You are clear to go.
Alright. What do we see in front of us? Do we see anything?
There's a dark tunnel leading in. It's about 3 meters wide, 3 meters tall. There's piping and old electrical wiring in the ceiling. It just goes straight up from this point onwards, probably southwest, maybe.
I pull out a flashlight from my pocket and I use that hand to support my gun hand with the flashlight forward so I can start moving in.
I do the same.
Moving in after. There, you're in. There's... yeah, it must be a railway maintenance tunnel or something. You're about 50 meters in. It slowly... yeah, there's a slight bend in it. It starts turning away. And then they must be only 100 meters away now. You hear...
Back off! I just want to get out of here, and you'll have him!
Can I identify the voice?
Just stop firing!
That is not a voice you recognize.
Alright, I don't trust that for a second then. Okay. Do we see anything else? Anyone on the floor? Any other bodies?
As you walk forward, shell cases. Some sort of automatic rifle. Oh, yes, that was your team. There's some equipment dropped. And then you see it. Behind cover. Yeah, it must be a metal side door that your team has opened. Behind it, standing there, is Staff Sergeant Sam Shirley. He's standing in a firing position with his rifle back to the metal door, and then he flips across, fires 2 shots at a concrete block that's blocking off half of the tunnel. He fires low at the block itself, not seeming to do much but maybe keep the other person down.
Sergeant Shirley!
He turns. Stay down! Stay down! He's got a gun! He's got Dave!
Okay, I'll crouch down, try to find cover.
Me too.
There's no cover except the door and the concrete block in the entire tunnel.
At this point, above, because I'm not going to catch up with these guys, I've been trying to maintain some order and keep things clear for people coming in and out hospital-wise, but I have, on a weird urge, gone to that smiling older gentleman. The one you said was, smiling at us, and I've kind of just gone over as he's being escorted, I imagine, into a police vehicle, and I just sort of say, "You, what do you find so funny about all this? What do you know?"
You're on the wrong team. I'm glad I could keep them safe.
Keep?
The police officer from the Croydon police that has grabbed him looks you over. Do you want to take custody of him or can we take him? There's 2 ambulances parked outside, and the injured are being slowly and carefully loaded in under supervision of Kitvara.
This one can stay a moment. I'm questioning him.
Sure. What do you want to do with the fire brigade? They're asking whether they can go in, but we know you
They
have team in
have to
there.
wait. There's currently possibly armed suspects in there, man. Tell them to wait a moment. Focus on the outer areas. We get out the wounded first. We clear the area above. We wait on Ellis and Richards. I think to contact them, but then I think this could be a bad time, so I won't just yet. But I go back to this man and I say, "Who are you protecting exactly?"
He just looks. You've interrogated ordinary suspects, I guess. Most of them just shut up, right? Why would I do anything differently? You won't get another word out of me.
Is that so?
Just one question. Why? Why do you obey? A gunshot rings out from behind the cover. And then you see it. Dave's upper body being pushed up behind the concrete block. Must be a gun to his back or something because he's holding his hands on his head. Screaming to you. Just let him go. It's not funny. It's not funny, guys. It's not funny. Just let him go. Please.
Keep cool, Dave. Keep cool, Dave. We've got this. The area is surrounded. And I try to see what's going on behind him. I try to move carefully around, aware that any explosive situation might happen.
The corridor is just 3 meters wide. You can move out to the side a little bit and you get a glimpse of a shape behind Dave. And then someone speaks from behind them. Okay. You ready to talk now? Yeah? You ready to talk now?
We're ready to talk. Who are you?
Oh, no. That's not the way this is gonna go down. You're gonna answer me. Who are you and who sent you? That's the first thing I'm gonna know, okay? Then we're gonna talk.
We are with London Metropolitan Police. We are here investigating a possible bomb threat.
What unit? Who's your superior?
A superior.
Why were you here? How did you find me? Who sent you?
Isaac Khan, I say.
If you want... He is clearly flustered, but the heavy breathing comes from Dave. He is maybe close to collapse. This might be a negotiation you can win if you can whittle down his willpower. This is a social confrontation, so your aim is to whittle down his willpower. You probably don't have a lot of time to do it.
I say, I think that is Kenneth, so I say his name. Is your name Kenneth?
How do you know?
I talked to Michael. Please,
My name is not Kenneth, but yeah, I'm. He is clearly a bit upset by this. How do you follow up?
I talked to Michael. I take a step out of my cover.
Okay. You know Michael.
I do.
Okay. You need to clear the police out of the area and get me my bike from the back room, okay? It's behind the boxes in the office. You need to get me my Honda and a full cover helmet and the biker gear that is stored there. And you need to clear out so there's at least 200 feet between you and the vehicle and the gear. That is what I want. That is the least I will settle for. If I do that, I will let Dave go.
I look at Paul to see what he's thinking about this.
How do these negotiation situations usually go down? And how does it work with sort of willpower? Is it about intimidating or is it about trying to get him on our side? How does it...
You can use basically any method that you want. The dipole of your roll will depend on your method. And your goal is to do resisted rolls and do damage. This is basically works exactly like the combat system.
Right.
So, and get his willpower down before your willpower goes down. Because the fear that you have is that he will actually shoot Dave. Maybe do something ill-considered and so on. So, but yeah, you have his offer, and that's a good beginning. A classic hostage negotiation is a bit different because that goes into calming the suspect, making sure that he doesn't do anything inconsidered, drawing out time, making sure that it takes hours.
Yeah.
But establishing a repartee, making sure that he can speak freely and listen more than speak. That's what you remember.
Yeah.
You probably have your own methods, but that's the standard.
Thank you. That's great. That's great progress. Yes, we will try to arrange this. Who am I talking to? Who are you?
I want Ellis to roll for a... this is quite a friendly approach that you've used. saying that you know him, that you have met his accomplices. Of course, not told that you killed the person who knows him. But there is some sort of friendly social approach. What dice pool would you suggest?
I'm actually thinking persuasion or leadership, maybe.
Yeah, persuasion seems the right thing.
And maybe wits.
It's probably more along your social skills.
I need.
There you go, and you will get an additional die for Paul's backup.
1 success.
Okay, and I roll his pool. Ooh, that is 2 successes. And you got 1 success. Do you want to push this? He absolutely does.
Can I add something?
You can.
Then I say, Kenneth, I gave Michael what he wanted. I just want to talk to you.
Dave screams. He gets a total of 3 successes. Do your willpower rerolls.
2 successes. So now I also have 3. So 8.
He is serious. He will kill Dave. You get 1 willpower, temporary damage. This is not the perfect start to this. And then the first growling sounds from the dark. You don't know if you hear the growl or see the reflection first. It's your lights that reflect. 1 pair of eyes, 2, 3, growling. There are dogs somewhere, just a few, but further away in the tunnel. More of them approaching. We need to do this now! The shout comes out from behind the concrete block. We need to do this now.
Paul.
We need to do this now.
Yes, we will. We will. Come out slowly and come with us. Don't do anything hastily. You have nothing to gain from hurting one of our associates. Nothing at all. That will get you nowhere, sir.
I need assurances. I get it done. Call it in so I hear it.
Of course. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Stand up and call it on your phone. Radio it in.
No, I call over my intercom. Ward, are you up there?
As I'm about to say something to this old man, I suddenly hear Richard's in my ear. Yes? What's the situation? What do you need?
We have a negotiation situation going on here. 1 hostage. We're going to need to find a Honda motorcycle in the building above.
I wrinkle my nose, but I will then relay this information to Kitwara and the other established team.
Yeah, Kitwara get together with 2 police officers. Look up the... Okay, we go in search. Anything about where it is?
Behind the storage crates in one of the offices.
Kitwara is already moving. I'm on it.
Now come out slowly, sir. We are taking out your bike to be able to get you out of here. But we're going to need you to give something back. So walk slowly, come closer, and we all start backing up as well.
What do you do, Ellis?
I want to have a look at him. I want to see. I feel this tingling. I don't know if it's excitement that this could be another one. And the growling of the dogs is kind of imminent, but do we see anything?
There's just 2 pairs eyes. The tingling in your body. You realize what it is. It's sundown approaching. And the darkness around you. It's so close now. Blood is almost boiling, and as you look, almost can see how the darkness starts clearing up. So yes, you can push blood or maybe intuitively use the properties of the blood.
Yes, I will do that.
So what you can do is push 2 additional dice down to any test for a hunger check. That is one thing you can do, and otherwise activate any of your discipline for the same
I don't understand what it means, but I will do it.
So you try to see him try to get a good look at him, is that it?
Yeah, or the dogs that I understand is behind him, right?
Yeah, you want to get a good look at the dogs. So then give me a suitable observational roll for seeing in the dark.
What could that be? Insight? No. Investigation? Awareness?
Yeah.
Awareness and maybe your resolve, because you're doing this quite methodically, mentally, rather than wits-wise. Yeah, I'd say resolve.
That I will accept this.
1 success.
Did you use 2 additional dice here?
No.
Then roll 2 additional dice for pushing the blood into your
2
eye bulbs. Yes, that's it. Please roll 1 dice, and if it is 6 or more, it is good.
Yes, it is.
This is what is known as a rouse check. So you push the blood, but you will not become more hungry by this action. It almost feels warm in your eye sockets as darkness starts being ripped away by clots of blood. And you see them. Dogs, mongrels, brown one, maybe a bulldog, the other 2 that are sneaking around the sides of the wall. None of them a German Shepherd, all of them in dark colors. There's too few of them to be a threat. They're too small, but they're waiting. And behind them, you can see 2 more crawling up, and you hear clearly the barking, growling of more. There are a lot coming. A lot.
And I try to see the guy as well when I'm also at it.
You look around. He's there. Yeah, that's his leather jacket. That's him. It's Kenneth. You recognize him from the pictures that Ward showed you. You recognize him from the descriptions, and he's locking eyes with you. He's slowly shaking his head.
I just watch him. Try to see if I can see anything or feel anything. I think I have kind of forgotten what I was doing, and I'm very focused on him.
I'm waving slowly backwards for the rest of the squad, for Ellis and for Shirley, that we're gonna start backing up now. We're gonna start backing up.
Let's see how responsive he is to this. So this is your leadership, I would say.
Yeah.
Plus persuasion.
Not charisma?
Charisma. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, charisma. Yes, sure. Charisma plus leadership. And 1 additional die for Ellis's backup. At least there is, there's 1 more on your team than on his.
Yeah, it does help. And let's see. I roll 6 dices and I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I roll 7 dices and I get 6 successes.
And he just gets 2. Okay, back off. When you're 10 meters away, I will start coming out. I will keep Dave at gunpoint and I will walk slowly towards the exit.
Very good, sounds very good. Let me ask you a question, sir. There are dogs coming. Are these your dogs, or are they on the other side that you describe?
They get me out of here quick.
Very good, very good. Keep backing up, keep coming forward, and I keep moving backwards, and then I ask, What about Rudy, the dog? Do you know of this one?
Fuck Rudy, I'll work with you, okay?
Absolutely.
I also start backing up then.
Absolutely. I just want to know what side you're mentioning. We have heard similar words before. We want to help if we can.
All right. I'll work with you. Just get me out of here. More.
Good. We're going.
So, 5 or 6 of them now. Maybe more. He's getting up. He stands up,
Good.
obscured mostly by Dave. He keeps a 9mm police issue gun, probably taken from Dave, to his head, trying to keep his profile behind him. Dave is kind of a big guy, so it works okay, and he moves forward, pushing him forward.
Yeah. I'm lowering my gun, and I gesture for the rest to do the same.
Shirley keeps the bead and says, I got a shot.
Can I ask, like, we are down in this hole, so they can't get the motorcycle.
No, he needs to go up.
My thinking right now is that it's more important that we get Dave out, keep the friendly safe, and then see what we can do about the other one. I shoot a glance at Shirley, and I shake my head. I'm not sure what experience he has, but this is the primary objective. Keep the friendly safe, then see what we can do about the hostiles.
Flicks the safety, exhales slowly and lowers the gun.
Yep. That's good. We're making progress.
Suspect is moving, slowly walking. All right. I want you to contact someone for me. Okay?
Who do you want us to contact?
I want you to contact Duchesky and Billingham attorneys at law. And I want to talk to Georgina Duchesky's assistant Janet. Just tell her about the situation. Okay? Do this while I'm coming out.
Are you on this, Kituara?
I heard you. Shall we... Do we comply? Or do I fake it?
See where it comes, see where it leads.
Do it.
Right, I'm on it. Paul, I do it and then report, right?
Yes.
All right.
It's at this moment, as I'm listening to radio chatter and trying to, see what's going on, but I can't obviously grasp the full situation. I look back to my friendly, smiling old man. I lean in. I say, you seem pretty sure there's absolutely nothing I could do that would interest you. Is that right?
He looks at you silently, a bit perplexed.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out the vial. I watch his reaction as I sort of just wave it about in front of me. You sure you don't want a little fix? Maybe you'd be a bit more cooperative then.
His eyes follow the bottle like a hypnotist's pendulum. But he stays silent.
I thought you might want it. Don't need to give us much, just something that can help in the situation. After all, you seem so assured that we're on the losing side, as you put it. What's the harm in telling us something now and getting a little fix? I'll give you the whole thing. What the hell's going on down there? And how can we help our side on this occasion?
If he calls for Duchesky, I don't care what happens to him. Okay?
You're no longer on your team? That's what you're telling me?
No, I'm telling you that he is no longer on our team. If he would, we all have history. Duchesky is not to be trusted, okay? That is more than you will ever get.
I frown a little. I put the vial back in my jacket, and I quickly relay, Kituara, don't call Ducheski. Make something up. Paul Richards, Ellis, I've received intel from our friend. Something's not right. Don't actually call this Ducheski. Possibly could be involved.
I speak again to the suspect leading out the hostage, and I say, that's good. We've complied to one of your needs. We've located your motorcycle. But we're going to need something from you in order to take the next step. That's how it works.
The dogs must be 10 of them now. What? What? Just spit it out.
Come out. Bring Dave with you. We're gonna keep you safe. Just make sure the dogs are gonna stay behind.
I'm moving. He started to move towards you. More steps. Then you see him, Ellis. You see him turning around towards the dogs. He's losing attention of Dave for a split second, looking straight into the eyes of one of the dogs. The dogs look restless. They are about to charge any moment.
With almost a physical pang, I realize that Kituara makes a mistake because she addresses Paul when she should address me. And I just realized that she knows. And that kinds of takes my focus away a bit.
Yeah, there could be no other way.
And I also look at Paul and realize that this means he knows as well.
The suspect is moving forward. He's quick on his feet. He's now almost jogging towards me. Clear it! Clear the tunnel! Back off! Clear the tunnel!
Yep. Let us come behind you. Let you keep us between you and the dogs. We're not gonna try anything.
He stops sharp, considering it for a second. Do you add any more motives for him to move past you? That is really dangerous for him.
We are more concerned with the dogs than we are with you at this point. We have bad experience with Rudy the dog. We do not care about you as much as we do about them.
All right, give me a leadership plus charisma.
Three.
All right, up against the wall, face the wall. Everyone face the wall, hands flat on the wall.
I do so. I go on the side of the wall, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on the dogs.
Sure, keep the fucking dogs things away from me.
Will do. Just move.
And he moves. Shirley looks at you, and then faces the wall, palms up, the automatic rifle slung on his back. And you, Alice?
I do it too, but very slowly.
You've almost turned around as he approaches, and you catch him from the side of your gaze. You can see him mouthing towards you. Thank you. And then he's past, shuffling the hostage forward. He turns around, moving now with his back towards the building, face towards you, backing off.
Okay, I step out from the wall. I keep my eyes on him again. I say, Shirley, get her back.
Shirley swings around with the gun in hand. Get who? I'm watching Alice's back. Alice, the dogs are itching, biting, chomping, and they're in the back. 2 of them are running. The other ones will start running any second now.
I shoot them.
Go for it. So, firearms plus wits.
5.
5 successes. They run full kilter. 3 successes. Dodges, weaves, there's many of them. The shots squeeze into them. 2 dogs go down, skidding, fur and blood flying on the walls. 2 other clusters of dogs still barge forward, but the first one is down and gone. There's some of them squealing, running backwards. But the rest will be on you unless you run like hell.
Yeah, I turn and run.
Turn and run, and
Yes.
yeah, Shirley, he's got his gun out. He just quickly looks at you as you run past.
Run, I say.
He squeezes off 2 shots and starts to run. And you, Richards.
I do the same. I also let off a few shots and then run.
The dogs are behind you. They're panting. Yeah, you can almost hear the saliva tearing off them as they run full kilter towards you. Their legs are short, but they're fast, seemingly tireless. Roll for a athletics plus dexterity, all of you. Or let's do this. The lowest dexterity plus athletics of you 2 will be the one who leads.
I have 2 and I have 3 dice, so.
That should be you that lead in that case, because Sam...
But I am not injured, so I don't know if that affects.
That means that you have your full pool. Also, of course, you're down because you are in shock. You're down 2 dice.
Oh, so then I have 1.
You are definitely... The other ones are assisting you. You have 2 dice. This is going to be hard.
And then I only got 3 successes on the last check. Because that's
Yes. And... That was still enough. Yeah.
1 success.
Yeah, fortunately, they also only get 1. They're still after you. Yeah. Paul, you will be able to get into the sun, we will get into the light of the broken building before the dogs catch up with you. That what you know. Seems like they're keeping a little bit of distance. They're almost hesitating slightly. And you're out into the cellar, looking up. The rest of the team, you see 2 cops in ordinary civilian gear. One of them with an automatic rifle and one with a pistol. Must be borrowed from your team because these look like ordinary London cops. They're keeping check on you. Get up!
What's happening with the hostage and the suspect? Is he running just as well, or what is he doing?
The hostage or the suspect has stopped just before he enters the room with the broken ceiling.
Get up now! We don't have time!
Throw down the gear! You need to throw down the gear! I'm not gonna go out without the gear! Hold the fucking dogs off! Throw down the gear!
Which way is he pointing his gun now, and which way is he aiming and looking?
He's aiming all ways around. He is surrounded. He has the cops above, easily getting a drop on him if he turns towards you. You have you, easily getting the drop on him if he turns towards the other cops. Right now he tries to keep his focus split. You see, Dave is uncharacteristically silent. He's been sobbing, shaking, but now he sits cold and ready for action. What do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna go in towards him, like, stand down, we have to get out of here now. You have no chance to do anything right now, we need to get you out of here, sir.
The dogs are coming. Ellis and Shirley, you are in the back. What do you do?
I shoot them again.
You
But
you reload and shoot.
yeah, but I have 2 less, right? And
You do.
it feels what?
Yes,
yeah,
you do.
And it feels so weird. But I'm gonna So what did I roll? Firearms and
Wits.
wits. Two.
Yeah, Shirley also firing off a series of short 3-round bursts into the group, cutting into, giving 3 more successes for your side. I'm gonna just pool everything here. So that's 3 plus your 2, right? Did you get 1, 2? 2?
Yeah, 2.
Cool. The dogs have 4 successes. So, 3, 4. Do you want to push willpower or push blood into this?
I have 1 willpower left that is not stained.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You push the blood.
Yes.
Then here we go. Roll 2 more dice.
1 more success.
Yes, and a rouse check. Just a simple die.
Yeah.
What do you roll on that?
I pass.
You pass. Yeah, so you get 1 additional sex, meaning that you are now at 5 and they're at 4. Gunshots boom, 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 going off. You keep holding the line. They're not advancing, and the ones who do are torn apart by gunfire. It's not 1 or 2 dogs now. The entire tunnel is filled with barking fur and snarling teeth.
What happens after I bark out these orders to him?
He just stands still and he says, "You need to give me the gear, or I'll shoot him now." Kitwara comes in on the radio.
We have the bike in front. We have a duffel bag with the equipment and the helmet.
Yep. Get it down here now. And as I say that, is he still aiming around him? He's not aiming at the suspect.
Yeah, he's just inside the doorway of the tunnel, aiming out towards the evening light, the late afternoon evening light above, outside to the cops on the rim, and then spinning around. And then he spins around. He's looking at them now.
As soon as he looks at them, I'm gonna nod to Shirley so that we both go in and take him down in close combat. Tackle him away from the suspect.
You can. Just as the bag is chucked and his full attention is on the other room, you strike. You are coordinated. You've been in combat before. Shirley covers you, moving out to the side, then rushing, making sure that the suspect's attention is on him, and you have a blank open window to strike. You get 2 additional dice for his help.
Great. And I fling myself in, just lower my gun to get my shoulder into his side and to bring him down.
Go for it.
Strength, brawl. Right?
Yes.
Or can I use melee if I use the gun?
If you go pistol weapon or you pull out a combat knife, then melee is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna do a pistol whip. They are with me today. 5 successes.
And he's down, flat, down on the ground. You got him. Dave springs forward and kicks away the gun from his hand. He's down. You got him.
Get him out of here now! And try to tie him up if we can, or just hold him and bring him up to the other cops.
You start pushing him out. You see the dogs are charging in after you. Alice, what do?
Now I need to get out of there, I guess, so I...
There's no holding them back. Shirley
No.
is also dragging out the suspect into the room.
Yeah, I turn and try to get out and help them.
Dave, get the gun!
I think also at this point, at least a few minutes ago, I messaged someone to send in some more men so that they have some people above with guns who can help them.
The Hercules team should be speeding into the yard any moment, and yes, you can hear the engines of the motorcycles. That will be Anna-Karin and the strike team. Yeah, you can see the glimpses of the black-blue bikes passing by. They're at the gates. One of them is just kicking in the gate. 4 of them, full combat gear. They're moving towards the building. But he's already out in the lower room. You pushed him out, dragged him. He's screaming, roaring as you bring him out. And you see he does not go peacefully. He's resisting with every ounce he has. He's just trying to not get dragged into the other room. Let's see if you succeed to do so. So a strength plus, strength plus brawling in this case, because melee is not going to help you really here. This is a wrestle. Sam is strong and with you, and you will add 1 success for him. Is anyone else helping to bring him out?
Yes!
Good.
We need to get away from the dogs.
You do. So 2 more, I will give you 2 more dice, because we're both pushing him.
Alright, so how much do I add to my...
2 dice.
2 dice to strength plus brawl. That's 3 successes.
He's holding on, he's pushing backwards even. 4 successes. He's desperate. You, Alice, you see, his shaking does not come from the limbs. It's like his torso is shaking. He's screaming straight out. And as a bit of the sunlight falls on his face, you see his mouth and the distended, long, sharp canines that flick out of his upper and lower jaws. He's looking to bite.
Who?
Yeah, around him. It's gonna be you, it's gonna be Paul, it's gonna be Shirley. You don't know. Fangs are out.
Do I get that it's the sunlight that is bothering him?
No idea.
I don't know what to do.
He strikes.
I will go on him. I jump. I'm gonna protect the others.
Paul, he's going for you. So brawl plus strength to keep him away. You get 1 more for Ellie's reaction.
Yep.
I kind of just jump straight towards him, like try to just push him out of the way.
Alright. So you're helping me to... As he is wrestling free and biting or whatever towards me, we both try to push him away. Ooh. Double 10s. And a 9.
There you go, that is 4 successes, 5 successes. The push is enough. In the split second where he's about to strike, he releases a couple of fingers from the frame of the door and he's pushed. Paul strikes him with the butt of the rifle in the chest. Ellis for the legs, and you just shove. And you swear that before he hits the ground, smoke starts billowing out of his face. He rushes towards the bag, knowing he's got mere seconds. Smoke is billowing out of his clothes and is clawing at the bag, trying to get the motorcycle helmet on, as his back catches fire. His clothes start burning. 2 of the cops just panic and starts putting rounds in him. Bum, 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 bum. The Hercules team are rushing towards. So, stop fire! Stop fire! Isaac Khan, with his visor up, is screaming, "Everybody stop firing!" In the silence, he's still moving. But not for long. His face upwards now. Burning. Smoke. Blistered skin. Eyes turning black. Go so fast. In the dying sunlight, anyone witnessing has the feeling that their life will never be the same again.
And at this point, it kind of hits home. And I just drop my gun and kind of slumps down on the ground. Because it's just too much.
You look at him, you feel the sunlight. It prickles your skin. It hurts. Even the slow evening light. That's the pain that's been driven away all day. Yeah, it hits you. That's you. The thing is gone.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the chronicle No Man is an Island for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Our storyteller was Martin Ericsson, and we were also joined by Anna-Karin Linder. The music was created by Lola Zaza for the game Vampire Prelude, We Eat Blood and All Our Friends Are Dead.
and was used with permission from White Wolf. The sound effects are from the fine folks at freesound.org. Finally, a big thank you to our patrons. This podcast would not be possible without your generous support on Patreon. You give us so much energy, help us cover our costs, and open up time to record and edit. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. And remember, death is not the end.